Welcome to Double Dragon Trouble, our weekly D&D live stream where we face draconic problems and we solve them with environmental damage.
Yeah, pretty much.
We die
So-
by
Today is slightly different from last time because we only have 2 players today. Because in Denmark it's the time of the year where people go to exams at university. So here we are with the 2 survivors.
Yeah.
The truth is that Frederik died last time
Mm.
in character.
Yes.
Anyway, so a recap before we get started. You were in a bit of a small adventure through the Underdark, following your rendezvous with a resistance agent in a mausoleum in the City of the Dead in Waterdeep, which has been occupied by dragons since the release of Tiamat 40 years ago. It all ties together. You managed to escape the Underdark and emerge through this sunken tower into a tavern, which turned out to be the Yawning Portal. The innkeeper promptly pulled you aside, gave you some drinks, and asked you to sort of keep a low profile because people coming out of the portal inside his tavern might attract attention from the dragon cult. From this man, you obtained the location of a architect shop where you could find a map of the bank that you have been tasked by the resistance agent to infiltrate and basically rob.
Mm.
You followed the instructions and found this architect shop, and inside it appeared that the shop had clearly been closed for many years. Obviously there hasn't been much architectural stuff going on in Waterdeep since the dragons took over. But in the back room you found this mountain of drawings and plans and maybe a few deeds, who knows. Some of them were formed into this paper throne on which sat a thin, wiry old man with long, wispy, white beard, crazy white hair, and he called himself the king of the city. And as Dagos correctly observed, he thought that all these architectural drawings were actual deeds to all the buildings in Waterdeep, so he basically thought he owned the city. But that didn't really matter because trying to find a gift for him, Dinok unleashed the wretched creature that he captured in the Underdark, which immediately flew in the old man's face and pulled it off.
Yeah.
Killed the old man instead. Then Dagos, the Triton paladin, killed the creature for killing the old man.
Mm.
Justice was served.
I guess.
Some kind of justice.
Mm.
So that is pretty much where we left off. You emerge into the winter wonderland streets of Waterdeep. The snow is thick along the sides of the roads where people have just shoveled the snow aside. It's still snowing. It's cold, but you have this map of the bank in your possession. You also recall that the resistance agent suggested that if you need additional information or equipment or anything else, you could visit the black market, which you can access through agents in the Yawning Portal. So
Yes.
that is pretty much where you are.
Alright.
The choice is before you. So also for the purpose of Dinok, as you emerge, he looks upon his deeds. He basically caused the death of this old man.
Mm.
He needs to process this, so he tells you that he's going to the Yawning Portal to think this through. Maybe have a drink. And when he's done, he will rejoin you. And he leaves.
Well,
Well,
that was certainly interesting.
that was very interesting indeed. I think we might have killed a man.
Well,
Might.
well, we didn't, not the two of us.
We didn't. It's definitely Dinox's fault.
He needs to cool down, but that'll be fine.
Oh, pun. No.
Anyway, we should. I guess we should get ready for this bank heist. Do you have any experience in stealing things?
No, lots and lots of experience, but I don't usually steal from banks. I usually steal from unsuspecting civilians and morons.
I'm sure it will be fine. It'll be about the same.
I guess it's the same, except that the people I steal from are usually quite drunk. I don't know if any potential guards in the bank would be drunk.
It could be. I mean, look at this place.
They might be. I find it very likely, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe you could make them drunk.
Maybe.
In any case, maybe we should get some supplies.
Sounds like a grand idea.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Do you have any money?
If I have any money?
I have
yes.
some, but not.
I
not
think
a lot.
I have 60 gold pieces, if I'm reading that correctly.
Oh, that's more than me.
Yeah.
Even though I just realized that I forgot to pay the barkeep for the round I bought everyone last. Just yeah. I'll pay him back. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Surely there will be no consequence.
When you will leave, he was just like looking at you, goes, "Oh, such nice people." Hang on.
Wait.
And everyone's drinking his beer.
Well, so where should we go? Was there something about black market? I don't. My memory's not too good.
Yeah, probably didn't they say that we could go to the black market? I think we should at least pay a visit because might have some interesting stuff there.
But where would we have to go? I don't remember.
I don't either.
Oh, great. I'm not sure. Yeah. I'm not sure if that's the kind of thing you kind of just ask around for.
I'm not sure either. Probably not the best idea in the world to go around asking where the black market is with all the meat.
Well, in the first case, what equipment do you need? Weapons, armors, potions?
I don't know. I've never played this game before, so I don't know what you can actually buy.
Well, you can buy anything here. I look around and I guess it's kind of like, well, you can buy some things.
Well, I guess if there were any potions,
those are all.
Like health potions seems like a very, very good idea.
Those are.
Just have the sound of confidence in your voice.
No. Those are nice to have.
Yeah. Maybe some additional armor because I feel I've taken quite a beating quite a few times, so maybe some extra armor would be nice.
Yeah, true. What time of day is it, Thijs?
So it's around midday-ish.
Alright.
Oh.
So,
Alright.
Let's see.
So you have technically been drinking before midday.
Well, it's a depressing
normal.
place.
Mm.
I say we go and we find the supplies we need, then we go to maybe a tavern, well, we know one at least, and maybe have a nice long rest. And and then we'll be ready, I think. Hopefully.
Hopefully, yes. I think maybe we should like rob the bank at nightfall. I think.
Do you have any plans for like? Do we just go in and just?
I don't think
break
that
it?
we can, like go in.
Like you're standing here in the street just talking, and there's no one around. But then someone like moves past, sweeping snow, just looks at you, and then sweeps snow again. Sort of getting out of the way.
Maybe we should talk about this later.
Probably. Anyway, Oh, good sir. I try to catch the attention of the man. Do you know anywhere where we can buy supplies like potions and stuff like that?
What are you implying? Do you think I know something such criminal? I'm just working here. It's just like sweeps floor completely ineffectually in this wide street with just snow all over the place. What do you take me for?
I'm sorry, I have heard of a black market, but I didn't realize just potions in general would be illegal here.
Oh, you must be new to the city, aren't you? Oh,
Well,
my
yes.
sweet child, you know nothing.
No, why don't you educate me?
Last one day in the city.
Yeah, well, it's already been about. Yeah, well. Anyway, educate me. What am I missing?
He's all, well, since you ask. Well, first of all potions are contraband. They are controlled by the cult. He sort of looks over his shoulder, leans closer. You need to go to the black market if you want stuff like that.
All right, and where would that be? Can you some directions?
Oh, you shouldn't ask such questions out loud. Especially not to strangers you don't know. Won't last a minute in this city.
Come on, you seem like a respectable fella.
Sort of looks down his like tattered clothes, just like it looks like bandages wrapped around his hands and stuff, but it's not to like conceal wounds. It's just to keep a bit of warmth. Just yes, you are quite the charm, aren't you?
It could be considered that.
Do you have some nice clothes in that bag of yours?
I do. Do you need them?
Well, you know, a man's gotta wear stuff to keep himself warm. I wouldn't mind.
Sure. All right. Well, I happen to have a set of some quite fine clothes. I open my bag and take up the folded set of fine clothes.
Like points at the tunic. I'll have that one.
All right. So you'll give us the information we need then.
Oh yes. I'll give you what you want.
All right. Do you wanna? Yeah, go for it. Give us the information then.
Well, give me the clothes first.
Don't I look trustworthy enough?
Nah, I don't trust anyone in the city. Everyone's looking out for themselves here.
Then it's
What you
written
do?
from outside the city.
Oh, then you're foolish to come here. Once you get in, you never get out. The city claims you. One day you think you're strutting around like some kind of lord, and the next day you're just sweeping snow. And then the day after you're sweeping snow, but with no purpose. And then you're sweeping snow with no purpose and no pay.
Ah.
How can I have a tunic?
Well, fine. I
Takes
give him
it.
the tunic.
Puts
And,
it on. It's a bit too big for him, but he's sort of like, oh, another layer of clothes. That's
So,
ask around in the yawning portal.
all right. Well, we know where that is.
Good. Good for you. Good for you.
Is that it? You can't actually give us directions. Your directions is to ask someone else for directions.
Well, you will find that it is all the information you need.
Fine.
Yes.
I give him a gold piece.
He just grabbed it. And then he just runs off before you can take it back.
Runs off whilst
Sweeping,
Yes,
just
still
like
sweeping.
furiously sweeping while running.
Just snow flying all directions.
All right. Well, I guess we're going back. From what I remember, from the yawning portal, we went left, right, left, left. Then at the Y, we went right, and then we went left again, and then right, and then we hit this corner. So, you lead the way.
Yeah.
Okay, Bethroga, so tell us, where do you go? Which directions do you take?
Left, right, left, I honestly have no idea. Please lead the way.
You lead the way for 10 minutes and then you end up in front of the architecture
Yeah.
again.
Just walked in a circle.
Well, we tried.
You're lost.
Okay, I'll try and lead. So I guess we go left from here, and then right, and then left again.
You got your note, so you sort of like follow it backwards, and you manage to find your way back to the yawning portal.
Ah, there it is.
Oh.
All of a sudden, you're sort of like, oh my god, are we lost? Are we lost? And then you look up, and then it's just like the huge sign saying the yawning portal because the P has been stolen.
Isn't it like a giant tower too? So wouldn't we just be able to like look up and see like a giant?
No, the tower's inside the tavern, and it's only just the top of it sticking in the floor.
Okay.
Well, let's go in. I hit it.
You get back in. You notice that D-Knock is sitting at a table in the corner, just completely consumed in a drink. There are a few more guests now than last time sitting around, and some of them recognize you as, oh, that's the guy who gave us the free drinks, and so like, oh, well done. Have you come to give us more?
Well, first of all, is the barkeep there?
Oh yeah, the barkeep just, you!
Yeah, sorry, I totally forgot. What do I owe you for that round? That I forgot to pay.
2 gold pieces would be enough.
Alright, so here's 3. For the trouble.
It takes it. Very good. Now, can I help you with something else? More beer?
We're kind of forgetful. The dwarf and I.
Mostly the dwarf, but also.
If we needed supplies. Like I don't know how open we talk about this, but the market that isn't exactly white. Where do we go?
He's just there.
The market of color. It's
Yes.
the market of
Oh yes, I'm sorry.
Yes, I catch your drift. Well, he looks around, checks if there's anyone doesn't recognize. Well, it's here. And he sort of nods towards the hole in the middle of the tap room. The portal, if you will, the tower that you came out of.
Yeah.
Sit down there.
Is that the market?
It's down there, if you know where to look.
All right. Cause do you have any directions down there? Cause last time we met like some nasty creatures and some kind of gel that was acid. Kind of. It wasn't good times.
Didn't exactly.
The tunnels are a bit strange down there.
All right.
But if you follow the chalk marks,
The
you will
chalk marks.
find your way.
All right.
Do you know what trailblazing is?
Please enlighten me. Do you know what it is, Bethroga?
It's basically the system of markers that was once used on trees and stuff in a wilderness.
Ah, well, we don't have many trees where I come from. So.
No, but it's basically the same. But just follow the chalk marks, you'll be all right.
Well, all right. Thank you. I guess we'll head down. Are you ready, Bethroga?
I suppose so.
All right.
I mean, I'm not very fond of that place. Didn't exactly go well last time, and you don't exactly see very well down there.
Oh, right. We don't have the elf anymore. Well, I know what torches do now, so
That's great. Do you still have a torch?
I have plenty.
Wonderful. Then I suppose it's fine to go down there again. I mean, I'm ready.
All right. I just head past D-Knock and just kind of pat him on the shoulder. And just...
But like, didn't you take some hits from like D-Knock and that thing? So
he hit me in the shoulder, but I think it will be
3 damage.
Yes, but still, it's fine. I think we'll head down and then we can rest up afterwards. And
He
we can
tells you
get
that
ready.
he will secure some rooms in the yawning portal for you
Ah, thank you.
when you get back up.
wonderful.
Great. Are the ropes still there? Oh, did we grab?
So there's this sort of like crane.
Oh, yeah, right. The bucket.
Where it's kind of like a very shitty elevator.
Yeah.
And as you approach, one of the guests sort of get up from the table, walks over to you. Looks like you want to go down.
Yeah, we found it so lovely down there the first time. We couldn't wait to go back.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Just get in the bucket. And he sort of like opens the side of it. Just get it. I'll get you down.
All right. I go in.
I follow.
He closes it and then starts working the mechanism and you slowly descend into the wall. Just holler when you want to get out again.
Oh,
That's how it works.
nice. That's a lot easier than last time.
I bet it is.
I mean, it was a very creative idea. Dinok had by crawling out.
It was like very complicated trigonometry and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was complicated but effective.
You basically sit in this bucket that's lowered into the tower, and you see the light from the tap room slowly disappearing upwards, narrowing to this bright spot above you as you get to the bottom of the shaft. The cold, moist draft from all the tunnels seem to rush in towards you and up through the tower, so you're sort of like caught in a cold breeze. Your imagination starts playing tricks with you. You hear scuttling sounds all around, scraping sounds. In the dim light from above, you can see there are these cave entrances. One of them you recognize as the one you emerged from earlier.
So let's not go that way.
Well, you know that way is cleared. Anyway, one of them has like a chalk mark on the side of the entrance.
All right. First,
Follow the chalk.
great. First of all, I will light a torch.
Good idea. That's also a great idea.
So hold it up, and you can see as you hold it over to the entrance with chalk mark, the flame sort of like comes towards you as if there's a draft coming that way out of the cave.
Do you wish to lead, or should I?
Well, we can both see now, but
We'll walk side by side.
We'll walk side by side.
Yeah.
Just do the Wizard of Oz thing, locking arms.
Yeah,
but she's a dwarf, though. I have to kind of bend down and.
A guy just standing. Then just standing.
Tiny legs, just.
But yeah.
Right, so you walk down the corridor, and after a few minutes you find another chalk mark, then another, and you don't know for how long you follow this path. At one point it sort of branches, but one of them has a chalk mark, so you follow that one, and it heads again. And you think without this this information you would never been able to find your way down.
No.
Then you start hearing voices in the distance. And you see a faint blue light up ahead. As you get closer, you see it's kind of like a mushroom growth that glows faintly blue on the wall. And it seems to have been placed there on purpose. It's sort of like a rocky niche. And you see more of these until the cave emerges into it looks like it might once have been like a central hub of a sewer, but it has decayed and been forgotten for a long time, so it has been used as a sewer for a long time. But there's this shanty town built inside this sewer area, and the ceiling above you has like these glowworms all over the place, so it's sort of like a starry night sky above you. Faint blue LEDs, kind of. And you can see there are people moving around. It's not super crowded, possibly because it's in the middle of the day, so presumably people have stuff to do. But you can see that people sort of bartering at stalls and merchants just putting out merchandise on their like carpets in front of their huts, and so it looks like there's a small community in this cave.
Well, this looks nice.
It looks very nice. I mean, it's certainly more pleasant than last time we were here.
So far.
Both roll perception checks.
Alright, oh god.
Damn it, I don't have my... I need to find my super fancy internet dice. Just 1 second.
Right. I also need to make
You
sure I
spent
have all my
little
dice. I'm gonna
Get a dice.
hold on.
Hold on, little shylings.
Perception, was that a cluster
That's wisdom.
It's wisdom. Okay, then I have an 8, so not a lot.
You're just completely taken by this beautiful place.
Yeah, I just look up at the beautiful shiny things. I'm distracted by the shiny things.
Just,
Hold on.
and some of it drips onto your forehead, so I'm like, ugh.
I'm like, it's so shiny! Oh.
Oh god, I'm not good at perception.
Can't focus on anything else.
Let's see. 8.
So you're just both looking up at the glowing ceiling.
This is
I didn't know
amazing.
well.
Out of the shadows, 2 people wearing complete black robes, or sorry, black clothes, sort of like scarves in front of their mouths, charcoal painted on their face, so they are pretty much completely covered in black, emerges from the shadows, and one of them puts a dagger covered with soot, so it's also completely black, against Bethroga's throat, and the other one puts a short sword, equally covered in soot, against Dagger's neck. One of them says, I don't recognize you. What are you doing here?
We were sent here. We heard we could
By
get some supplies. Well, from the yawning portal. The barkeep up there said that perhaps we should get some supplies for our mission.
What kind of mission?
We are trying to get initiated into the Resistance.
That's obviously. You're either very candid or a fool. Or both. You should
Possible.
speak so openly about this.
Well, I figured we were in a pretty safe environment at this point.
Oh, so it's a pre-
I assure you, we would never talk about anything in the open. We've never done that.
He's up looks at the other guy. Do any of you speak Elven?
Yes, I certainly
Yeah.
do.
So, Athroga, you don't understand what's saying. They're just speaking strange language. Beautiful, but incomprehensible. Daggers, you understand them, and he says, do they look like cultists to you? And Noah soft shrugs. Seems a bit dim to be cultists.
I
But
say to them in Elvish, like, do I really look like a cultist? Have you like
Oh.
more fish than cultist?
I see. You are versed in our language.
Yeah, I picked that up some time ago.
Well, you can stay.
Thank you.
Don't cause any trouble.
No, of course
And
not.
we are keeping an eye on you.
Yeah. Do you have any like where do I go for weapons? And I can see lots of stalls here. Do I just go around and?
If you're looking for weapons, I would suggest you visit Sharp Shell. His shop is over there, and he points at like a 2-story shack
Ah,
with sort of like a veranda in front of it, like portico.
how about armor and potions?
Well, potions, I would go to Lazy Jones. It's over there.
Let's
Points
check.
with a sword. And you can see there's just a single story. It sort of looks like a tent with a wooden roof. So it's basically a wooden shack without walls. Instead of walls, it's just like carpets that has been wrapped around it.
Hmm.
And there's like a warm glow coming from inside.
All right.
Where should we go first?
That's a good question. I honestly don't know what all these things go for.
I
I'm
don't
not-
either.
I'm not filthy rich, so I guess we'll figure it out. I think maybe a healing potion would be a priority. So
Yeah, Let's just start with the potion shop then.
Agreed. So we go towards
Lazy
Jones.
That's a weird name for a potion shop.
Alright, you go to Lazy Jones. And you can see that one of the guards sort of like keep his eyes on you, and then they melt back into the shadows around the entrance. If you want to make a perception check, you can try to see where they go, or you can just...
Sure, why not?
Alright, make a perception check.
You can do nothing but fail.
Yeah, and a fail it was.
And fail. It's a lion.
That's a 3.
3? Alright. So, you see them sort of melt into the shadows, and you don't know where they went.
Where'd they go?
Good. So you approach Lace Jones' potion shop. So again, there's this. It's sort of like a tent with a wooden roof, and you push through the door flaps, I guess, and look around inside, and there's tables all over the place, just full of arcane stuff like rat skulls, jars with eyeballs, balls of newt tails, and all that stuff. Spider legs in like sugared spider legs.
Sugar spider.
All kind of weird stuff. The smells that are salty are strange and varied. Sort of in the center of it all, there's what looks like a kind of desk, and behind it there's a lad, an older lad, sitting in a chair, sort of leaned back, reading a book. And as you enter, you're like, "Oh, you're early, aren't you? Early customers."
I
know what they
suppose.
say. The early birds get the it's sort of like cheese.
Sure, I'd like some cheese.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have any cheese,
Oh, what's that saying?
but I don't know.
Anyway, potions.
Oh,
it's
it's my speciality.
Like so like a standard healing potion. Would you have some of that?
Oh, you're looking to get yourself into trouble, aren't you?
Well, trouble tends to find us.
Yeah. We try to avoid it, but it just keeps coming.
Yeah.
That's usually the way of things down here. People come here seeking trouble, and I just try to make a small profit of it. I have healing potions.
What would those go for?
Well, seeing as you sound like you're in need, I'm going to put the price out. Let's say 60 gold pieces.
For one potion?
One potion. But I guarantee you they are top quality. I made them myself.
I just hold on, and I turn around for.
Let's just turn around and talk a bit about this.
How much money did you have again?
Only 60 gold pieces, so this would be all of my money.
Yeah, and I only have 21.
Yeah, and if it's just for one potion, I don't think it's worth it. Can it really go for this much, or is it a normal price?
Well, this is the black market. That's probably, I don't know. Well, let's see. I turn around to the lad again. Is there I mean, come on. We're friends, right?
I have never met you before.
I'm Dagos, by the way, and I reach my hand out for him.
Doesn't even know your name.
So like, he doesn't even lean back in his chair. He's still lean back, so we have to sort of like lean over the counter to reach his hand and shake your hand. I'm Jones.
Yeah, see, I knew that. It's on the shop. It's anyway.
Very observant of you.
Thank you. I am very observant.
The observant bird gets the well, not the discount, but the cheese maybe.
Well, have you gotten any cheese since last? I still like some.
Last you asked, but if you really want it, I can try to find it. It's not my my area of commerce, if you say so.
But
I
how
like
much would cheese go for?
well, it depends on what kind of cheese you want. You know, it's an artisan product that's usually reserved for the dragon cult. So we need to smuggle that stuff. It's risky. So I don't know. It'll probably cost you a few gold pieces per slice. And then also consider that you are effectively putting someone's life at risk just so you can enjoy some cheese. If you think it's important enough.
Is there anyway the cheese? I'll consider it. Is there no way we could get a better price on the healing potion? Maybe there's something you need done, or
How capable are you? He sort of looks you up and down, looks at your armor, at your weapons.
I can
Very
handle
capable.
myself. Yeah.
We've survived some tough spots before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we've ventured around this place.
Yeah.
It's pretty dark.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I have a friend. She has a problem that you might be able to help her with. If you can do that, I might give you a discount on my wares.
All right. Which friend? What's the problem, and what's the discount?
You want everything in details, don't you?
Well,
Very
at
well.
least it'd be nice to know what we're actually doing.
He sort of like moves, sort of. You think he's about to get up from the chair, or at least straighten up, but he just like adjusts himself and then keeps. All right. Her name is Dorothy. You'll find her further down the street.
All right.
The problem is her son has got himself into some trouble with the local boys. It's apparently they think that he's involved in the dragon cult or something, spying or whatever. I'm not entirely sure of the details, but my friend is, of course, certain that her son is not involved in any such a thing. It's despicable, to say the least. If you can help her,
All right.
then I will be willing to, let's say, cut the price in half. 30 gold pieces for a potion.
That's something we can work with.
Very well.
Yeah, we'll get right on it.
Splendid.
Doesn't this sound like a good idea, Bethroka?
Does sound like a good idea, but didn't you only have like 21 gold pieces?
Yeah, but I mean, we'll only really need one potion.
Okay, that's fine.
We know that we're capable, right? But it's just for an emergency.
Just an emergency potion. That would be smart.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just break in case of imminent death.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah. So let's just get that done immediately.
So, before you leave,
Yeah.
do you want me to try to get hold of some cheese, or is it?
How long will it take to get here?
Here?
Yeah, how long? Like
You're here right now.
yeah, but the cheese, like you need to
Oh.
order it.
Well, I could probably have it by tomorrow.
Yes, we will celebrate with cheese.
Very well.
Do you like cheese, Bethroka?
I like cheese, but I don't know if it's worth putting someone's lives on the line for.
Well, you know, the lads that do all the smuggling, they do smuggling not for your sake, they do it for the money. So it's kind of that job, but
Exactly. We're just giving them some
in
work.
effect,
I also eat cheese.
people are risking their lives to get the stuff in. But I guess that has always been the case with smugglers.
Yes.
I like cheese. I wouldn't mind cheese.
All right, then that is set. Let's do that.
Very well, I will look into it.
Great. Let's get on with it. Let's go and see Dorothy.
So you leave the tent and emerge back into this shantytown street with all these shacks on the sides. You can see there are like people walking around with buckets of these glowing mushrooms, sort of breaking off bits of them and putting them in like on stakes, sort of like a street light. So it's sort of like lighting up the place. You think maybe in an hour or so, the market will open, like properly. So it looks like people are anticipating more customers than are present here. But right now it's fairly sparsely populated.
No, that's perfect. We'll help Dorothy and her son, and then the market will be properly open, and we can get all the. I'm sure we can haggle some prices if potions are that much. It's fine.
So you walk down the street and you come to a shack that has like a small plaque that says, well, Dorothy Brandybuck.
That's the one. Brandybuck.
Yeah, well,
Should
let's
we
go.
so is there a door or is it just like
Oh, do we just like break through the wall?
There's just like a veil of beads that you sort of like
Okay.
Alright.
look inside. So you look inside and it's a small home. There's a table, one chair, like 2 cots in a corner, small burning stove, and just one woman sitting with a cloth wrapped around her and just rocking back and forth. My dear boy, what can I do? Who would help me? Well, falls out from the chair.
Oh my god, I go and try and help her.
So bats you out of the way. Why are you invading my home?
But we were
I
sent
have
here.
enough problems already.
Like, Lazy Jones said that you and your son might be having some problems.
Oh, that's true.
We like solving problems. Right, Berthrobber?
We really like solving problems. In fact, we like nothing more.
It's great. So we figured we'd do this one.
I don't have much money I can give you.
It's
I
fine.
don't have much. Sort of like just at the room, and you can see there's really not much in here.
You have a lovely home.
Thank you.
Yeah, but we don't need money, please.
Are you doing this for free?
Yes.
Well,
Yes,
Jones-
yes. We're doing this for free. We're just good people. Yes.
yeah.
No one does anything for free in this town.
Well, we're not from this town.
She looks at you, looks at your fishy face and your fishy hands. And, I can believe that.
Yes, right.
I've never seen your kind before.
No, we've been underwater for a while. What?
What are you anyway?
I am a Triton. They call us.
Oh,
We used to be more up here and helping people, but then the dragons came.
oh yeah, they did. Terrible business.
Yes. So that's why we want to help.
Alright. Well, my boy Brian is being held by these. He wanted to be a smuggler. He always wanted to be a smuggler. His father was a smuggler.
Ah,
Ah,
family business.
Yeah, it's a story as old as time. But I'm not going to sing it.
Oh,
Thankfully. I last time, and the people, they just left. No. He wanted to join the smugglers, and he got on board, and as far as I know, he did very well, but then something went wrong, and they accused him of being colluding with the dragon cult. Blames him for the failure. Apparently, it was an ambush. Someone set them up. And they think it was my boy. They're keeping him right now. I don't know what they're going to do with him.
and you're certain that it wasn't? Like, you're certain of what happened? Like, you're certain of the situation?
I'm sure my boy wouldn't set anyone up. The dragon cult killed his father.
Ah,
Never-
that's true.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Well, it happened a long time ago.
But
It still hurts.
yes, of course. Yes. So where are these people? Where are they? Where are they keeping Brian?
They have their den in the almost the first part of the market.
All right.
Okay.
You can recognize it as 2-story building, very big, with a warehouse on the left. red painted door.
Alright, sure. So we are just to bring Brian back here, right?
Well, it wouldn't solve the problem with the smugglers. But if you could get
Well,
him out, maybe.
We are
But
very
if it's not-
diplomatic. We'll talk
Maybe
to
you
them.
could convince them that it's not his fault.
Yeah, sure.
Hmm.
My friend here is a great talker.
Yes, I'm a great diplomat.
Oh.
I'm certain that I'll be able to them. I have some very, very, very convincing strategies.
She tries to incite you. Just do your best, okay? And try not to spill any blood. By the end of the day, we're all on the same side down here.
Of course.
Of course.
We are not here to cause trouble.
And remember, the smugglers are not to blame, they just don't understand.
No.
They're risking their lives every day to help. Well, some of them do it to help themselves for the money, but you know, it all helps. Without this market, people wouldn't be able to get medicine and clothes and cheese and
Oh,
small
of course,
luxuries
yeah,
that
the
make
cheese.
life worth living.
Well, naturally, if they're good people, then surely nothing will happen at all, and it will be fine.
Of course. Just, you know, do your best.
We'll do.
Bring Brian back home.
Alright.
Yes.
Yeah, let's just go.
Let's go.
So gets up and
you know.
laboriously shows you to the door.
The beats.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to be.
We are shown to the beats.
Yeah, show to the beats. That's actually the slang down here for like showing someone to the door. Just show them to the beat, please.
Show them to the beats.
Great, lovely beats, by the way. So,
Thank you. They were made by my mother.
oh,
She was a glass blower before the dragons came.
what about after the dragons came?
She died.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, the glass is very lovely.
It is. It reminds me of her every day. It sort of like keeps the wound fresh in my heart.
Doesn't sound
Bleed
bad.
every day.
Do you need help?
It doesn't sound quite healthy. Are you sure that you're okay?
I'm not sure my healing works on psychological issues.
If only. Go on your way.
Of course.
Help my son.
Let's go. So I'll head down and look for the big two-story house with the warehouse and the red door.
So you walk around and you quickly discover that there are quite a few warehouses. Apparently, smugglers, this is sort of like their home turf, which makes sense because it's where they can sell their wares. So they're a warehouse.
I have a real quick question. Is it a red door or is it red beads?
Well, you get to a place where there's like a curtain of red beads in the thing. Is it in there? But there's sort of like out of the corner of your eye, you see there's a actual wooden door.
Oh my god.
Painted red. And there's a warehouse next to it.
That place is special.
2-story. You can see from upstairs there's a warm glow coming out of the windows.
That seems like the
There's
place.
a big guy standing outside the red door, just looking around, sort of leaning against the woodwork.
Which race is
Smoking
he?
a pipe.
Can we see which race he is?
He is a dragonborn dude.
Oh.
Sort of like with like a coppery scales.
I don't think I can really charm him with any language he would know.
No.
He catches your eyes as you look at him and sort of like,
Do you want to lead this one?
I can try.
All right, sure. Whatever you want. Go for it.
Let's just go into. Hello. I'm just sort of looking up at him because I'm not very tall. Hello.
he looks down, you're still holding his pipe. Hello.
Can we get in?
What's your business in here?
Well, we've been expecting a good talking to the lovely guys in here. We sort of have something quite important to talk to them about.
Do you have an appointment?
We do not have an appointment, but this is quite important business, actually.
Who sent you? Who are you working for?
Not working for anyone in particular. We just found that there seems to be a problem here. We've been sent by a boy's mother to try to solve a conflict which seems to be going on in here, and I would really, really, really like you to move.
So, Brian's mother sent you.
Yes, Brian's mother sent us.
Told her not to send more people.
There have been more people here?
Oh yeah.
Which kind of...
sent dwarf yesterday.
A dwarf?
Dwarves. Two of them.
Two dwarves?
Big guys.
Were they
Small hats.
Yeah, I know what the dwarves look like.
Well, I'm sorry you keep asking questions.
What happened to the dwarves?
Send them away. On a merry way.
That's not too bad.
No. We're not maniacs down here, like they are upstairs.
No, you seem like respectable people.
Oh yeah, we are respectable. Call us the respectable smugglers.
That's a great name. Did you come up with that?
I did.
Great.
That's very clever.
What's your name?
My name is... Jacksonville Friend.
Are you sure? Are you sure that's your name?
Give me an inside joke.
Yeah, please let me. Inside. Let's see. Oh god, that's wisdom as well. Natural 1.
Yeah, you're convinced. Of course, his name is Jacksonville Friend.
Yeah, sure. Mine's a 5, so I'm sure.
But let's see how good he is at deception. Well, actually, he is pretty bad at deception, as it turns out. So, well, Dagas, you're convinced. Bethroga, you think this is just something he made up on the spot to hide his true identity?
Well, I am not entirely sure that that is your real name. It sounds quite obviously made up. Are you entirely sure that's your name, or did you hit yourself in the head recently?
I think it sounds nice.
What does my name matter to you?
Well, I would naturally like to know who I'm talking to here.
Is it because you work for the Dragon Cult?
I am not working for the Dragon Cult. I'm just trying to bring a little boy home. I don't see anything wrong with my business.
I think the name sounded very convincing.
Very well.
Well, you're an idiot, so...
If you really want my true name, it's... Pidgerik. Polished.
Alright, so Jacksonville Friend.
That's a lovely name.
You know what my friends call me?
Arnold.
No.
Schwarzenegger?
They call me Friend. That's why I call myself Friend.
Of course.
Because everyone's calling me Friend.
Well, hello, friend. Why are you working for those?
You hear like someone knocking on the door from behind. Friend, what the fuck is going on down there, out there? There's some jokesters out here that want to speak with the boss. I assume you want to speak with the boss.
It would be nice to speak to the boss.
They are here about the Brian boy. Don't let them in. Well, you heard them, man.
Well, the case is that we simply have to get in, so,
We're at an impasse.
We seem to have a problem here. A slight problem.
Why are you looking out for this traitor anyway? He works for the Dragon Cult.
Well, we're not necessarily here to save him or anything. If he works for the Dragon Cult, he works for the Dragon Cult. But we want to make sure the case is just and right.
Yes, we really just want to try to figure out what's going on in here.
Well, I can tell you the story. We were on our usual smuggle run. He was a good boy until then. His first proper run, and we run into trouble. We have run into trouble for almost 2 years. And then as soon as he joins the crew, there's an ambush. Doesn't that smell fishy to you? And someone looks at you, Triton. Sorry, Vegas. No pun intended.
Ah, that's fine. That's fine.
I guess you get that a lot.
Well,
Well,
I do.
immediately.
Sorry. People also make fun of my skin. They call me Copperhead. They call me all kinds of names.
You look nice. Well, it's
Oh,
because
thank
you.
you.
Maybe it's because you keep making up names.
This looks like by Pelor, you might be right.
I'll always happy to help. Anyway, this.
You completely changed my view on life. You should stop making up name and just embrace my name.
Yes.
Yes.
Pichirak. Balust.
It's such a
quite
nice name.
Really
Yeah.
nice.
You know,
Really unique.
but remember that nicknames are always okay.
I could call myself Grrr.
Yeah, sure.
Good.
It rolls right off the tongue.
Alright, it clears your throat.
Yes.
Especially good when you've been spewing acid or fire all day.
Mm.
Sometimes I do that.
Ah,
Or fire.
nice.
Nice, lovely.
Have you considered that this ambush was a coincidence?
You know what we say in this business? There are no coincidences. We can't afford it.
Well,
What if we bring this blind boy on the next run and get attacked again?
well, I can see the hesitation, of course. But do you have any actual evidence that this Brian boy is working for the Dragon Cult?
So, well, I don't know all the details, but I'm sure the boss knows enough.
But yeah, can we talk to?
Yeah, if
the
we
boss.
really want to figure out what's going on, then we really need to talk to the boss. Because if you
Sorry.
don't,
Bangs on the door. Boom, 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 boom. They really want to talk with the boss. So, for fuck's sake, just show them away. Like the dwarves. They look a bit more tough than the dwarves.
We're not here to fight.
Opens a bit. And you can just see the eye of someone looking out at you.
Hi.
hey,
Alright, get them in.
woo,
Opens the door for you. Come inside.
Thank you.
thank you.
I lean down and I
Yeah.
whisper to Bethroga. See, we're diplomatic.
Yes, definitely diplomatic. We should do this more. It hurts a lot less.
Sure.
So you walk past. You get into just like a real smuggler's den.
Mm.
Like low ceiling, smoke from pipe smoke hanging all over the place. Chairs, tables, people playing cards against the walls. That just all kinds of contraband, like a crate. Just you can see burgeoning with glass bottles with different colored liquids and rolls of cheese in a corner and some nice plates and all kind of stuff lying around. And the Dragonborn nods at his partner. You take care of the door, I'll show this to the boss. I'll take this responsibility. This way. And he shows a way up a flight of stairs to the second story.
All right.
Close.
Alright.
Don't touch anything. So you get upstairs and you can see all the smugglers sort of like look at you as you pass, looking over their cards just. So,
Hello.
they seem mildly unfriendly.
Ah,
So you get to the second story and or first floor, I guess.
Mhm.
It's called first floor.
Yeah, around here. Deal
Oh,
with
yeah.
it.
And there's like this corridor with some doors, and he shows you to one of the doors. and knocks. Boss, someone's here to talk with you about the Brian boy. You hear a voice from inside. Very well, show them in. Shows the door. Come in and no funny business.
Not at all.
Nope, we're never funny. And we walk.
We're not funny at all. We're the least funny people on earth.
Do I look comical to you?
You look a bit fishy to me. Well, that was a pun. He shoves you inside, he closes the door behind you and just stands in the door, like, looking at you. This is like a typical mafioso office. There's a table, there's like the trophy cases with all rat skulls and stuff, and then behind the table there's this guy who has like a really ratty face. It is a human, but it's pretty ratty. Let's look at you. What gives? You come and disturb my business. About this Brian boy. What's the matter? Why are you looking out for this traitor boy? I
Well,
know he's more than that, but you should not. Well, his son is a traitor. That's not her fault. We cannot do anything about that.
do you have any evidence that Brian is in fact a traitor?
But apart from the fact that my operations fall apart as soon as he joins the team,
Well,
is that not enough?
from my understanding, he joined once. One real run and one run went wrong.
That is true.
So it could be a coincidence. You don't have any evidence.
And Balust, boss, I've already told them that we don't believe in coincidences. We cannot afford it in this business. And so like, what? The red face guys. Well, there you go.
Well, have anyone asked Brian
Jackson
about
will already told you. Sorry?
Have anyone asked Brian what happened? Has he said anything about the situation?
Well, of course, he claims that he's innocent and he was set up. But, I mean, who wouldn't in a situation like that?
Set up by who exactly?
I don't remember the name. But do you really want to talk with him?
We would
I'm a
like.
That would be
reasonable
nice.
man. I can let you talk with him, and then you can make out whatever you want from this. You will probably see that he is guilty.
Maybe we will. That's perfect. We'll talk to him.
Then we will. So puts down his papers. I needed a break anyway. Shouldn't work this much. It's not good for my back.
Yeah.
My hands, and you can see his right hand's just covered in ink. And I read too much, you see. I used to be out in the streets doing the smuggling by myself, but then I found out I was much better behind the desk.
Ah, right.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yes.
This way, and gets up. Jacksonville, please show the way. And he's oops, no. And boss, I decided I will not be called Jacksonville anymore. I will embrace my own name. If you could call me Balist now, I would be very pleased. Well, whatever suits you, Balist. And you get out back into the corridor, move down, and they get into like a back room. There are just chairs around in a circle along the walls with like suspicious looking people sitting around smoking and again playing some cards, and one of them just like throwing daggers at the wall like a target that looks like a dragon mask, and there's stuff going on. In the middle of the room, tied to a chair, there's this scrawny looking teenage boy with curly red hair and freckles and huge green eyes, just look around. Please, you have to believe me. I didn't do any of this. Shut up, you little one. And Balust moves to like slap him with a cuff him over the side of his head, and he does that. Oh, yeah, Brian. These two fella have some questions for you, and you better answer them truthfully. And so I've nod at you, so you can ask away.
Yep. Brian. Hello.
Hello.
Have you come to save me?
Perhaps if you're innocent, then yes,
I
we'll
am
make it.
innocent.
So tell me, you claim to have been set up.
Yes.
Do you know who has set you up?
Yes. Do you know Ham Hammond? Sorry, not Ham Hammond. Ham Holland.
Ham Holland. Who's that?
Grillbar lyst. Are you not from around here?
No.
Ham Holland runs a store down the road.
What kind of store?
He buys some of our merchandise, sells it on.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, that kind of store. What kind of merchandise?
He's kind of a middleman. That's what he does.
Yeah. Brian, what evidence do you have for?
Well, I don't have it on me, otherwise I will show them. But I promise you, this Ham Holland set me up. And if you search this place, I'm sure you'll find letters. I've seen them with my own eyes. I believe that's why he set me up, because I know that he's in league with a dragon cult. He is spying on this market. I'm sure he's working on some kind of great operation to shut it all down. Maybe it's already too late.
Well, I guess that's what we have to do. I mean,
we have to look into this guy.
Yeah, because regardless, if he's working for the Dragon Cult, then he's
Then he's pretty much our business too, a little bit.
Yeah, so might as well kill two birds with one stone.
Yes. Let's go look at his place. You know where this? Where's the store at?
The red-faced boss was like, Balish can show you the way. He knows his way around, and it looks like you need some kind of guide around here. And Balish will say, "Of course, boss. I will show them the way." No meme intended. This way. And he opens the door for you.
Great, thank you.
And he's just like, Brian, if you prove to be innocent, then I'm sorry about cuffing you. So he just shrugs. Brian. I'm not that kind of man, you know. I'm not a violent type. I hate violence. That's why I became a smuggler. But then they put me on door duty. Now I have to be menacing. I hope you understand.
And you are very menacing. Should we go?
I try to do my best. I think the more menacing you are, the less you need to actually be violent.
It's very true. It's very true.
That's true.
Now let's get going.
Yes,
let's.
True. Let's do it.
You take you back downstairs. You go through the smuggle den, and again, all the people in the castle like look at you as you pass by.
Hello again.
Hello.
Just points a dagger at you. So. Don't mind them. They try to play tough. They have to. They work a dangerous job.
Of course.
Of course.
Get back outside, and the one that Grubbalus talked with earlier, he's sort of like, "Are you leaving? Are you going on in the business?" "Yeah, I'm taking down to Mr. Holland. They think he has some letters." Just, all right. Good luck. I'll thank you. Come this way. And he shows you down the street, down a side street, through a back alley, and then you get to what looks like, even in the black market, since a back alley shop. And he just walks up and starts pounding on the door. "Mr. Holland, open up."
I just quickly lower down to Bethroga, like, okay, how do we do this? Are you sneaky? I can distract him. You can sneak past if he's there. I don't know. We need to. I don't assume he'll just allow.
It sounds like wheels. Like.
Oh, maybe we can just outrun him.
Maybe. I mean, I can try to sneak past him, but I don't know how elegant and.
No, this is the point where we need an elf.
Yeah, we really needed an elf.
But he's sitting on a shelf somewhere.
Yes.
And he's sitting on a shelf. We don't have an elf.
The door opens, and you see an elderly man, gray hair, a small, sharp gray goatee, sitting in a wheelchair. Just, what is this business? Mr. Holland, we've come to search your place. What? Why? I'm trying to prepare my shop for the day. If we don't find anything, then there's no trouble here. You go on ahead. And sort of like pushes Mr. Holland back in his wheelchair.
I thought this was gonna be way harder.
Someone is going to hear about this. I have contacts in places. Yeah, you just keep your mouth shut while these people look around. You go on.
Yes.
I'll keep this man. So
thank you.
Basically, this looks like his living quarters. There's like a table, no chairs for maybe obvious reasons. A cooking area, a bed, that sort of stuff. And then you can see behind like a curtain of beads. There's what looks like a shop area beyond. There's also a staircase leading up to the first floor, but it looks dusty and unused.
Should we split up the search? Where do you want to start?
Yeah, I think I could go up the stairs and see if there's anything there. I mean, it doesn't look like anyone's been there, but I think it would be foolish to at least not check at least.
Might as well be safe. You can go there. I will go. Let's start with the shop.
Alright, so Dagos, you walk into the shop area, look around. You can see there are a lot of like small jars, clay jars with names of different compounds and stuff. Small flasks of white powder, and it looks like some kind of medicine shop, drugstore.
Yeah, white powder.
Who knows? There's a small scales with brass weighs and stuff. So you can rummage around at the counter, look around, search the shelves.
Yeah.
So make a perception check.
Oh no.
Not again.
11.
All right, you look around. You go. It's very systematic for you. You just start from one end, looking through all the papers, looking for these letters that Brian talked about, and you don't find anything. You find some accounts of transactions, a list of customers with weird names like Desmond. Stuff, and you obviously don't think that Desmond could be anyone's real name.
Okay. Guess it's not in here. I'll head
So,
back to the main room. Well,
Bethroga, you want to search the living area?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you went upstairs, right?
I went upstairs.
Alright, you went upstairs. So you walk up the stairs, and you, judging from the amount of dust on the steps, no one has been ascending these stairs for quite a while. You get up to the first floor, and it looks like it has been some kind of storage area at some point, but it's covered in like cobweb, dust. There are even some of the glowworms glowing or like growing on the ceiling. There are some crates that you look at, and the wood is sort of rotten, and the contents are obviously spoiled. But you still give it a good look. Good look around. Make a perception check.
Yes. It's a 14.
14. You look around. Don't see anything. Then you get down and dirty and start scooping out the stuff from the crate, looking through. But you still don't find anything after scooping this. It might once have been cheese, but it's now turned into some kind of the next state. Like you have milk, then you have yogurt, then you have cheese, then you have, I don't know, moldy cheese, and then something else. It's like plasma.
I'm not sure I want to eat cheese anymore.
It's disgusting. Your hands are disgusting now. But you don't find any letters.
Ah, damn it.
You just come down from the stairs, your hands covered in cheese plasma, and cobwebs in your hair, and covered in dust.
But there was nothing upstairs. Do you want to check the living quarters?
Yeah.
Mr. Holland is like, I can't go up the stairs. What did you expect? Look at me. He points at his wheelchair. I can't walk.
Well, someone else might be able to walk. Someone else might have been upstairs, but obviously there wasn't.
Well, right, feel free to just rubbish around all my stuff.
Oh.
Is that what you want to do?
Do you?
What?
You can sort of like make a co-op roll, so one of you can roll with advantage. So one of you moves around, and the other one sort of like looks over the shoulder and points out. You should try to look there. And what about that? That looks interesting. And all the while, Grbalust sort of stands. You didn't find anything upstairs.
No. Well,
Find something.
Yeah, well, let's search together here.
yeah,
Okay, so who wants to make the roll?
How wise are you?
how wise I am. Not very, as I recall. I only have 1 plus modifier in
Well,
wisdom.
I have -1, so you do it.
Oh. Well. Okay, then I do the roll.
Alright. With advantage then?
Yes.
With advantage.
If only you had your monk who is specialized in wisdom.
Yep, exactly.
Well, it's a 15 plus
All
my
right.
constitution, that's a 16.
So just out of curiosity, what was the first roll or the lowest roll?
It was a 5.
Alright, so you start looking around and it's just overwhelming, and your hands are still disgusting from rummaging around this moldy plasma like cheese. But luckily Dacre sort of like starts pointing out things and helping you lift stuff. And so together you sort of look around, and you think you do a pretty good job at looking, like searching through this entire place. You lift his pots and pans in the kitchen area, you look in all his mugs, empty his cupboards, just throw out his clothes on the floor and look around them and search for hidden pockets. You cut up the mattress in his bed and just pull out the feathers, and then you completely ransack the place and you don't find any letters. I told you wouldn't find any letters here.
This guy, does he have legs? Are they just like...
Yes, but he's in the wheelchair.
Okay. Do you have any any ideas, Bethra?
Well, it's pretty easy to get rid of a piece of paper, so it could be likely that it's burned, or maybe he's carrying it on himself. How much clothes is he wearing?
He is actually not wearing that much. I mean, it's just like a tunic, some trousers. He's not like wrapped up in like warm bandages or anything. There's a nice fire going on in the stove, so it's okay warm in here, so he doesn't need to wear a lot.
I go over to him and I say, well, we're terribly sorry, but we had a tip that you might be in league with the dragon cult, and I slap my hand down on his thigh and squeeze as hard as I can.
He sort of like jumps. What are you doing?
Did you feel that?
Well, of course I did.
I thought you couldn't walk.
Well, I can't walk, but I can still feel.
Then why can't you? Why can't you walk? What happened? Let me hear the story.
I once fell off a roof and hurt my back.
Oh, so it's your back then?
Yes. And it pained me terribly. So I tried to find a solution, and I got some mushroom pulses from some wise woman, but she wasn't that wise, so it infected me somehow, and now I can't walk.
Which woman? Exactly.
Can I insight check him?
Oh, you can make an insight check.
This guy.
I'm not very good at insight, but it's better than
I
nothing.
don't know if she's around anymore. It's a long time ago.
12.
12. So there's nothing that strikes you as implausible about his explanation.
Hmm.
I mean, from your experience, falling from a roof, hurting your back could cause an injury like this, and adding some kind of weird mushroom intervention, let's say, on top of that, might produce an effect that he's describing.
Well, sorry for that. I didn't know. Where I'm from, it's hard falling from roofs. You just kind of float.
He's not comprehending what you mean. Float.
I'm not from around here. I'm from underwater, actually.
I don't care where you are from. You
Well, that's
come and
rude.
ransack my whole my home, my business, my livelihood.
Do you know
I think
a
at least
boy
you should
called
put it-
Brian?
Brian the traitor boy?
I'm certain some would call him that.
Well, I thought that was common knowledge around here.
Maybe.
Common knowledge.
Didn't he call that smuggler band? What did they call themselves? The Respectable Smugglers or something like that?
He was
Didn't
with
they
them,
call-
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Caused them trouble, I heard.
Well, it's not so certain.
Cost a few lives, as far as I know. And Grubal is sort of like, aye, that part is true. We lost 2 of our good boys.
What is your relationship with Brian? Like, how well do you know him? Do you know? Did you know him before he was? They called him a traitor, or have you only learned about him because you heard he's a traitor?
Well, it's a small community down here, so we all know each other. But I haven't had any dealings with him. I only deal with the smugglers, and he works for the smugglers, so there's at least one middleman between us. So I don't know him personally, apart from the fact that he did claim he proposed some preposterous things about me, telling people I was in league with a dragon cult. Of course, a traitor would say something like that, a smokescreen of sorts.
Did we ever tell this guy that we're searching him because we thought he was in the dragon cult?
What? Sorry. I'm just looking at that.
Actually tell this guy that we were searching his house because we thought that he was in league with the dragon cult, or?
Well, I did just mention it to him when I almost broke his leg.
Mention it. Okay. So he'd naturally know. Sorry, my memory is not very good. Well.
I have some drugs that might help with that.
I'm fine. I survived with a bad memory for a while.
The thing about playing a class that I've never played before, I don't know if this would work.
Well, you can always try, or maybe I can help you answer questions as a DM to the player.
Let's just see. It can't hurt. I will.
For his last words.
Can't hurt.
I will use the spell command.
Alright.
And tell him confess.
Oh my god, that is a good one. Hang on a second.
So glad I can't do magic, so I don't have to gamble these things.
Let me just check. I love that. Command. You speak one word command to creatures you can see within range. Come with wisdom saving throw. Or follow the command on its next turn. Alright, well he tries to save against that. Let's see. I don't need to know your spell DC.
Oh.
Alright, so you invoke your magic.
Mm.
In your mind, you call upon your god to open the door and grant you these powers in this moment, and then you use the right movements and intonations, and you command him confess, and he looks at you. Just, what? I am a traitor. It's sort of like, what did you do to me?
Were you responsible for the ambush?
He used magic on me to make me say things that are not true.
I think it's very obvious that I used magic to make you confess to what you've done.
That's not true. You have no evidence. You have no evidence.
Well, we have a confession. We have a witness. Isn't that right? Grr.
Stuff looks. I don't know much about magic. I'm sorry, I don't know if this is within your power.
Well,
but he did just confess.
Exactly.
I think
like if it's
fishy here.
And it's not just me.
He just like grabs hold of Mr. Hull, just lifts him up. Why did you confess if you are not a traitor? And thought, he used magic. And you can see that now that he's lifted up, in the seat of his wheelchair where he was sitting, there's a flat, crushed letters.
Ah.
Why did you say?
I knew we had to search him.
I go and
What?
I take the letters.
You grab them, and you can see, without an insight check, fear in the eyes of Mr. Holland. You flip them open with your knife, look at them, and this is just with a brief glance. Do you know Draconic?
No.
This is written in Draconic.
Well,
I can't read this.
Can you read Draconic?
I can't, but don't we have
Oh, Gullibalist. Grabs a letter.
Can you read
and
this?
Then, holds Mr. Holland in the other arm, just looks at them. This is very incriminating. It says that he has arranged an ambush with the dragon cult. He works for them. He's a traitor! And he throws him on the table, and the table collapses under Mr. Holland. Oh! And then he sort of scrambles to his feet and runs out into the shop area.
Okay, so he could run.
I knew it!
Yeah! You were right.
I've been so on point this. I run. I run after him.
So you take one moment to just enjoy.
I knew it.
You were right. And then you bolt after him. Bathroka, do you also want to chase him?
Yeah, I want to chase him too.
Okay, you also run out through the beats and the Grobbalust stuff. And then he also runs after. Get the traitor! So,
how far ahead of us is he?
So you get into the shop area of the house, and you see he's just at the entrance, at the door, and he's fumbling with a locking bar, sort of Then looks over what you see. You're giving chase, and he grabs a shelf and just throws it on the floor. So all these tiny pots and bottles and stuff smash onto the ground, just making a field of broken glass, and it gets out of the door. So, but you're wearing sturdy boots, I presume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can just.
They're made of leather. I don't know.
Or you can take it easy if you want to do that.
I just rush through.
All right. Make a dexterity save.
Oh god. 5.
Alright, what's your armor class?
18.
Alright. So you can see there are these shards, and then one of them is sort of like a big, like, broken bottle shard that just goes up, and you sort of like try to step past it, but whoa, and you manage to like step on it, and you feel it pierces the sole of your boot, and you feel a prick on your foot, or in your foot, and you take 2 piercing damage. But then you sort of stumble on, pull it out, and get out of the door. Bethroga, you also get it to the room, and see this scene of broken pottery, and you see Dagos just pulling out a bloody shard, throwing it on the floor, and then getting out of the door and sort of looking around and then pointing down the street, and running in a direction. So you can chase at full speed if you also want to, or you can sort of like.
I wanna try to chase at full speed.
All right, make a dexterity save.
Yes. That's 13 plus my dexterity modifier, 14.
14. All right. So you run past through these pot shards. Everything gets just crushed under your heavy boots. No problem. You get out the door and you see Dagos chasing down the street. Then Balist will also just run through, and he steps on one of the jars, and it breaks on his foot, and inside the jar there's like an old almost fermented banana peel. And he just falls directly in this field of pot shards, and he just gets cut super bad by these shards, and he sort of gets up and pulls out pieces. God damn it! And he also runs out of the door, bleeding, just and runs after you. So ahead of you, you can see Mr. Holland look over his shoulder, see you're following him, and then he looks around, sees like a drain pipe. No, you wonder why there's a drain pipe here, because there's obviously no rain. But he still finds it, starts climbing up, and he just like grabs hold of it and just makes a whipping motion with his hand. It just flies up, lands on the catch me if you can, and he runs off out of view. So Dagos, you can also get to the drain pipe, so you can try to climb it, or you can maybe get around the building, or you can do whatever you want.
I'll try and just climb up.
All right, make a acrobatics check.
It's always the ones I'm not good at.
Why is there not like a drain pipe where you can charisma your way up?
Yeah. I mean, my strength is pretty good. I could just break
I
through.
mean, you could maybe, if you could come with a really good argument for using charisma instead.
I don't think so. Acrobatics it is. 16.
All right, you get a good hold of it and make your way up and just swing your way over the edge. Not as amazing as Mr. Holland, but you get up and you can see him sort of like leaping from this roof to another in the distance. So you give chase.
How far away is he?
He is about 30 feet away. If you want to attack, that is an option if you have any ranged attack.
I sort of just think to myself, why didn't I think of this before? And while running, I point at him, and I use command to just say, "Halt!"
All right. He looks over his shoulder, trying to complete what you were telling him to do, and you seem just sense that you're making this command, and he keeps running. He appeared to resist it. Bethroga, you also get to the drain pipe. You can also climb up if you want to.
I don't want to climb up. I want to continue on the ground. I think Dagos has the roof
Okay, so
cover.
maybe Dagger sort of like points the direction that he's going, so you sort of like spread around, move around the building, make a perception check.
Make a perception.
There's just this crank music going on in the background. Sorry?
16.
16. Okay, so you get around the building and you look around and you see him jumping from one building to the other, sort of just above you, and then you run, like follow that building. So you think you're on his trail. Grrbalyst will he will get to the drain pipe, look up. Dexterity is not my forte. And he looks down, there's like a beggar sitting next to him, just points at him. You help me. So why should I? This is important. And he makes a charisma. Alright. He just makes a horseshoe and woo! Helps Grrbalyst up and lands. Wow! And then starts running. So Dex, you can see behind you here, the Dragonborn is also still with you. Mr. Holland has jumped the building, making his way to the edge, looks down, sees Bathroga down there, says, damn you! Then he looks around and there's like a rope hanging down from the cave ceiling, and he takes like a running leap, tries to grab the rope and swing himself over Bathroga to the other side of the street. But his hand slips, and he lands in the mud right next to Bathroga. Daggers will just take you around first. So you also jump to the next roof. It's not a big jump. You can do it with your strength. Get to the edge and look down, and you can see him just lying on the ground at the feet of Bathroga.
Oh, well, that's perfect. Just keep him there.
Can I just bend down and like pick him up, like grab him?
Yeah, you can make a melee attack roll against him.
Melee attack roll for picking him up?
No, to grapple him.
That's I rolled a 15, then plus my strength modifier, then it's my strength modifier is 4, then it's 19.
It is sufficient. So you sort of just wrap your arms around him and just hold him up. So you're a dwarf, so you don't hold him all the way up, so his legs are sort of like lying along the ground and stuff like. And then Grrbalyst appears next to you, Daggers. You can see he has like bits of glass shards in his face.
Are you okay?
I took I cut myself in the glass. It's alright. I had worse.
Alright.
In this line of work, you have to expect something. This is nothing.
But I think it's pretty obvious at this point that this should be the guy you're holding, and yeah,
he seems pretty guilty to me.
Yeah.
But of course, it will be the boss. The boss will decide.
Right. Well, you can show him the letter and
Aye.
maybe translate it for him.
Well, we should bring him. Then you can take Brian back to his mom.
Perfect. That works out.
Great.
If the boss decides that this is, but I'm sure he will.
Naturally.
And he jumps down, pulls out some rope from his bag, and ties up Mr. Holland. This way, Mr. Holland, and just pulls him along. So you go back to the smuggler den, and go through the smuggler area again. People are looking, and then as you drag this struggling Mr. Holland, and says, "Mr. Holland, I thought your legs," and just like, "Screw you." And,
that's not very nice.
Yeah, he's in for some quite a treatment upstairs, and the other smuggler says, "Might take the place of young Brian boy." Anyway, you get upstairs and get back into the room with Brian, and apparently the rat face, the boss, has just been waiting the whole time. "Oh, you're back. What did you find out?" And he sees that you have Mr. Holland tied up. "Mr. Holland, this is quite a surprise." what is this all about? And Grbalust will just put the letters in a rat-faced man's hands. But this is... It is just his monocle. Mon Dieu, this is pretty incriminating, Mr. Holland. You've been working with the dragons all this time.
We actually have a vocal and a written confession.
A vocal confession?
Yeah, you can testify for that, right?
Okay, but yeah, this man, I never even got your name. Or maybe I don't remember it.
What, my name?
Fishman. Yeah, Fishman.
It's Dagos.
Dagos. This man Dagos used some kind of magic. He told them to confess, and Mr. Holland, he just spewed it out. He said he was a traitor. But then he said he wasn't a traitor, but he looked pretty scared. I think it was the truth. I thought, well, I trust my employees. They are usually trustworthy. And he just looks through these letters. You have really been around, Mr. Holland. This will not go down well with the people of this market. You have put us all in a lot of danger. And he looks at you. This is very important information you have uncovered. We are in debt to you. If we can reward you, we of course will. We need to investigate this and see if we might even need to move the entire market. Maybe this place is not safe anymore. We need to get some information out of Mr. Holland, but I assume you don't have any problem with us interrogating him and whatever fate we might find suiting for him.
It's fine.
And that's not really our business. We just want Brian home.
Oh yeah, young Brian. I'm sorry about this, but I hope you can see it from my point of view. If you want to work for me again, I'm sure we can find we can make some kind of arrangement. So, think about it. Please, come back anytime. I'm very sorry about this, but of course, I have to protect my business and protect everyone.
You like a reward wise for helping.
Oh yeah.
We're basically down here to just get some supplies. We have sort of we have a job to do.
A job? Who's your employer? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, we're the Resistance.
Oh yeah, the Resistance.
Yes,
we supply them from time to time.
Exactly. I figured you'd be the type. We are trying to get in there. We're doing the initiation.
You have been in contact with Monsieur Sterling?
That seems about right.
Oh yeah. He likes to put the rookies through some tests. Well, officially we are not supposed to interfere, but of course we can help you. You have been much help to us, and uncovering this shows that to me that you are trustworthy. Of course, it will not be enough in the eyes of the Resistance. They're pretty careful with who they hire.
Of course,
they need to protect their people and everyone.
So, in any way,
what are you looking for?
Well, I mean, it depends on what you can supply. Gold, actual supplies like potions and weapons and armor, or you can just maybe help us on the job. We have plenty of men.
We have plenty of things. We can help you. I could hire Grbalist for you. He could assist you.
Yeah.
He is handy in a fight, even though he doesn't like to fight. But when he has to, he can fight. He's a good fighter, and he looks at Grbalist.
What do you think about this, Bethroga?
I think it would be nice to have another fighter in the group. I mean, we've been in a tight spot quite a lot of times.
Exactly. Are you okay with this?
I do what my boss wants me to do.
Yeah, but I want you, know that if we can avoid a fight, we will. But
I appreciate that. But if it comes to a fight and it's against the dragon cult, They know that I will not pull my punches against them. I hate them as much as anyone else down here.
That's good. But yeah, that would be a great reward. We'll take that. And then you can keep your operations going down here. You seem to be doing good work.
I try my best. You can keep Monsieur Gribalicht, of course not for indefinitely, but you know,
No, of
when
course.
you finish your assignment, you can send him back here.
And we certainly will.
I hope it will not take too long. He's a valuable member. He's a good man.
Of course, we already know. We know that already.
Yeah, very good.
But thank you. I reach out to shake his hand. Thank you for all this.
Shakes your hand and shakes Bathroga's hand if you want to shake it.
I want to shake it.
But yeah, then I think we will take Brian to his mother.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Again, Brian, I'm so sorry about this. I hope you understand. And Brian just leaves the room, marching downstairs. And you can hear downstairs, oh, Brian! Where are you off to? Are you free? And you can hear like a door slamming.
Just one scare.
Teenagers, they are so fickle.
The young these days.
Yeah. Well, I have business to attend to, so I'll see you later, Gribalist.
Yeah, and we will probably be down here too. We have an order waiting that's gonna be coming in, so we might stop by.
Well, you're always welcome to return. I might have some work for you.
That would be great. Anything for a good cause.
Yeah, for good coin.
Coin is nice as well.
It is really nice.
Anyway, let's get moving. And he sort of like ushers you out of the interrogation room.
Right.
You can see Holland just being pulled to the chair. Wait, you know me. I have contacts. I have. And then the door just shuts.
Goodbye.
And Ratface shows you downstairs and then gets back to his office. And Gruberlust just follows you outside. And yeah.
Nice.
Well done.
Thank you.
So you go back to Brian's mother, and you can see he's already home. And just, oh my God, you really did it! I'm so grateful. I wish I could pay you something, but
You know how you can pay us.
how?
Can you join us down to the potion, the Lacey Jones place,
Oh, certainly.
and just confirm to him that Brian is indeed safe and back?
Oh, yeah, of course.
That would be
Let's
all.
go at once.
All right, let's do it.
And you walk back to Lacey Jones, walk into the tent. Gruberlust sort of like has to stoop under the low ceiling. And Lacey Jones that's like one customer, and he's sort of like, just grab it on the shelf. It'll be 40 gold pieces per portion. And then he looks at you. Oh, you're back. My God,
Yes.
you brought half the town with you. Gruberlust, how are you? I'm very well, thank you. Oh, I see, young Brian. You're free. You done did it.
We certainly did. So that discount we were talking about.
Oh yeah, certainly. You can get, what was it, 30 gold pieces per potion?
Yep, that's
Dorothy's like, please, Jones, you can do better than that. Just, all right. I'm really selling at a loss here. 25 gold pieces.
25. Guru Balush, do you have any gold?
I have the money.
How much do you have?
Looks at the pocket. 27 gold pieces and a few chains in silver.
All right. Now, of course, you've just joined us, so we're not trying to just spend your money. But how about this? You help us get some supplies down here, and we are going into a bank that's run by the Dragon Cult. So I wouldn't mind if some of the other things than what we're actually going for disappears. Could be worth something.
All right.
Would that be agreeable?
Of course. So you want me to pay for these potions for you?
Well, I mean, I think we'll get a couple, so
Alright,
we'll
I
probably
could buy
still
one.
have to.
Just
How
run
many
to
should we buy, Bethra?
Well, if Globalish is going to pay for one, then I can buy one as well.
All right.
I have 35 gold pieces left for everything else.
Well,
So we'll have 2.
I say let's do that, and we can still, before we head back up, we can still go around and just see what the cost of weapons, armor, and other assorted things would be. Then we still have a bit left.
Yeah.
So one for Bethroga and one for Grubbelisht.
Yep.
Okay, so Bethroga, you find 25 gold pieces. Put them on the counter. Grubbelisht also does it, and Jones off like, it's over there on the shelf. You can just take it yourself. I see that. That's like a row of potions. Pick up. If you're interested in more interesting potions, then I do have a special stock, but it doesn't sound like you have the money yet. But if you ever find a few coins, I might have something more interested for you when you return.
That's great, because we will return. The cheese.
I'm already on it.
Great.
It will be here tomorrow.
And I am hoping that when we come back, we might have some more coin.
Very well. So you exit Lace Jones' shop. Do you want to stay down here, or do you want to make your way back to the Yawning Pool?
What do you think? Should we go and look at weapons? Is
Well,
the market open at this point?
Well, maybe at least check the price of the things so that we know how much gold we'll need if we're down here again.
That's true.
Yeah, you can also see that the market is sort of filling up with people. It's a bit more busy. Some people are haggling and doing some stuff. There's a small table where people has a bucket where they drumming on it, then lift it, and there's a snake with gold pieces around and stuff trying to get the gold pieces, and there's different activities going on around here. So you followed by your coppery dragonborn companion, you walk out into this bustle of people.
I'll just say that he's certainly a better companion than the last one.
He doesn't jump off of things as much.
He doesn't
I'll try to do my best to be of help to you.
That's great.
I'm also happy to be with you.
It's also really lovely to have someone who can actually speak and read Draconic.
Oh yeah, that might come in handy to you if you want to deal with the dragons.
Exactly.
And
so we might need your charm.
I appreciate having this accent on the team.
It's it is it is lovely. It is very lovely.
It.
Yes, me too.
And that's why we left the session.
Perfect.
You're just mingling with it. So maybe next time Hilda will join us, and she could be among the people. So that's perfect. So yeah, good session.
Yes.
Found friends and made connections, and you're making your way in the world.
Great.
We didn't kill anyone this time. I'm pretty pleased about that.
We have a lot of opportunities to kill that guy and stuff and fight our way into the. But nope, no killing of the innocents.
Cool. So we will be back next Thursday on twitch.tv/Double Dragon Trouble.
Yes.
At 7 p.m. Central European Time. So come and join and see, find out what the price is on ours. Exciting.
Whoa.
And maybe a Dragon Bank heist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any announcements?
Not really.
No, not really. Nothing exciting happens in my life.
No, just D&D every Thursday. That's about it.
Yeah.
Just shuts down and sits in a corner.
I live in a barrel.
Well, I have another D&D session tomorrow and Sunday, so I have plenty of D&D. I also need to prepare for the weekend.
No.
So
Yeah.
The weekend.
if only I could be paid for this.
Yes. Well,
But you aren't.
No, I'm not.
not yet. Well. Anyway.
Yes, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye. Ah.